See now, we are Rushtech Roofing Company in Lagos. We are professional in selling of roofing material, the aluminum products, stone coated products. We are also professional in roofing, installation of the materials, either aluminum product or stone coated product, the latest one. And we are also professional in identifying the good roofing raw material, the one that will fade and the one that cannot fade, the one that will be degraded by weather and the one that will stand forever. So if you want to cut down your costs and you want to get a better material, you can contact me. Contact me on 081 6949 8907. My name is Niyola. So today the topic I am bringing to you now is how to identify the type of roof you want to use and the design of woodwork your carpenter will do for you, because we do encounter a lot of problem as soon as we visit the site. Some clients, their carpenter must have done long span woodwork for them, and in his mind he likes step ties. That is his wish to use. As soon as we visit the site, we see that this woodwork is not for step ties, it's for long span. Basically many of carpenters they don't know. As soon as you just tell them you want to use aluminum products, their mind will just go to giving you a quotation of installing a woodwork of long span. So you yourself, to guide, everybody must have knowledge little on what you want to do. You must have knowledge. If you want to build a house, you have knowledge about the house. Otherwise, they will cheat you. Nigerians will cheat you very well. You need to have knowledge. That's why we are posting our prices. We post the amount that finish a particular house. We post them for you to see, just to guide you that, okay, this is the range of money I need to spend on this, so that you may be in abroad. Another person, your brother is just giving you 1 million, and the house and the roof is not even cost. The roof may be 700,000, because you don't know anything about it. So anything they give you, you accept. And you need to believe people. You need to trust them, but at least know what you are doing. So today, what I'm really talking about is you need to identify the type. You need to know the type of roof you want to use. Either you want to use a stone coated roofing material, or you want to use aluminum roofing tile. So you need to know anyone you are using. Aluminum have three categories. You have three types. We have the long span, we have step ties, and we have met couple. Those are the three designs of aluminum products. So each of them, the woodwork of long span is different from the woodwork of step ties, and the woodwork of step ties and met couple, they are similar. The woodwork of long span met couple is different from the woodwork of stone coated roofing ties. The stone coated roofing ties is a generic name. It's a main name for the roof that people call Gerard in Nigeria. Some people call it Wishtech. Some people call it Metro ties. But the real name is called stone coated roofing tile, because the surface is coated with a stone, the chip of stone, and aluminum and zinc galvanized under. So that is the made up of that roof. The name of Gerard is the name of a company. Gerard is the name of producer. Wishtech is the name of company. Metro Ties is the name of company that are selling the roof in Nigeria. It's not a name of product. So the basic name of that product is stone coated roofing tiles. So today I'll be talking about if you want to buy quality material, we have quality material. We are the engineer of roofing. We know the roof that will fade. We know the roof that will not fade. We know the oil-based material and we know the dry material. So contacting us, we have done a lot of work. We have done a lot of work with clients that are based in abroad. People that have a house in Benin, Port Harcourt. I've done a lot of house for them. They call us, we go there, take the measurement and give them quotation. They give us the job, we do their job without stress. We have done a lot of job for people living in Italy that have house in Benin. Done a lot of house for them. But today, I'm just saying this for you to have knowledge of what you want to do before you start. If you want to use aluminum long span, you know that you want to use aluminum step tie, aluminum long span, so that when your carpenter want to give you a quotation or when you want to start, you know what to tell him, you know what he will do there. So today I'll be talking about woodwork and how to identify some woodwork. You see, if your house is very wide, you are building a big house. If your house is very big, you need to make your woodwork to be high a little, like 16 feet above. You need to make it high so that the rain will flow easily. Otherwise, in future, it will cause leakages. It will cause leakages. So I'll be showing you something now. You can see this diagram now. You can see the vertical section and the horizontal section, the row and the column. So the row now, you can see the distance between the row. I put 400 millimeter there, and that is the pole line. So that 400 I put there now is the spacing that the nail and the aluminium will be laid upon. So, you know, there is something we call linear expansivity. As sun is eating this aluminum product, it will be expanding. And that expansion, if the spacing of the nail is far away from each other, you will see some gap will raise up and water will start gushing into it. That's what causes leakage. So if you want to use, you can't use, your carpenter do a woodwork of a long span for you and you want to use metcopo, you want to use step ties on it, it will leak in future. In fact, it's not even in future. Before 1 year to start leaking, you start having problem. You start disturbing the person that sell the roof for you. Why some people, you know, some people they just want to sell, they want to roof and fast and get out there. They won't tell you the truth. But basically, you need to know either you want to use step ties or metcopo so that you will not be spending money. Because if that people will come again, you must give them money. They must take money from you, otherwise they won't come. Or you'll be calling them, they won't come again. So you call another person again and you'll be spending more money. So once and for all, just spend your money once and do it perfect and go. That is it. So I'll be telling you spacing between this woodwork. So now, if you want to use a long span aluminum now, the spacing that you must use between the pole line spacing, that is the pole line spacing, you can use between 500 mm to 600 mm. That is 19.7 inches. That is the spacing between the pole line for long span. If the long span that you want to use is 0.45 thickness, try and use the distance of 500 millimeter. That is 500 millimeter between the spacing, so that you know the more closer the spacing, the more beautiful your roof will appear, and the more strong it attached to the wood. So you won't have any problem of leakage in future, even though there is expansivity, because the spacing where the nail hook onto the wood is very close. But if the distance is high, it will have leakage in future. And if you are using 0.55 thickness of aluminum long span, you can use 600 millimeter distance for the pole line. And the wood type you will use is hardwood, which is what? 3x2. 3x2 is used for the pole line spacing of aluminum. And that is for aluminum long span. But if you want to use a step ties or a metcopo, try and use a pole line spacing of 400 millimeter or 1.3 feet or 15.7 inches. It depends on the type of measurement your carpenter is using. Some people use millimeter, some people use feet, some people use inches. So that is the conversion. So when you want to use aluminum step ties, like you want to use aluminum step, you can use aluminum step ties for metcopo. You can use a range of 400 to 450 millimeter distance. But for example, you want to use 0.45 aluminium, 0.45 step ties aluminium. Let your distance, the pole line distance, be 400 millimeter. For example, and if you are using like 0.55, let the distance be 450 millimeter. That will be perfect. The roof will be installed perfectly, and there will not be leakage in future. So one problem we do encounter again, if your house is a very big house, massive house, and very wide house, you need to make your woodwork to be high. You can see this one now. It's a very high cane post, sharp. So this one can never leak. This is a woodwork of a typical step tile. You can see the distance is very close. So if your woodwork is very high, the water will flow easily. There will not be any blockage of the water flowing. So it will flow easily because your house is very wide. Like this house is very small house. It's a good man house, but you can see the woodwork is very sharp. Nothing can make this one leak in future. It can't leak. Even the nails removed, it can't leak because the water have a way to flow. Some people will build a very big house because they want to cut down costs. They will now do a very low woodwork. And doing those low woodwork, the carpenter will not tell you. They are only just to do their work and live there. The person that you are buying the roof from will not tell you. You are the one that will face the problem in future. Because when your house is very wide, your house is very big, your woodwork should be sharp. At least you go like 15 feet above so that the water will flow easily. Otherwise, if you do a very low woodwork and your house is very big, you have a problem of leakage in future. You just be calling every day. So you must take note of those things, and you must take note of the type of wood roof you are using. Always go for hardwood, and always use a professional carpenter. Some carpenter don't know how to do work at all. You know, the beauty and the neatness of the installation of any roof depend 100% on the design, on the installation of the wood you have done. The roof don't have any shape. They take the shape of the woodwork. So that is why you are advised to get a good professional carpenter. If you need one, we don't do woodwork, but I have a professional carpenter that have done a lot of work for my clients, the people in abroad, and their work is very perfect. I don't even allow them to do anyhow work for me. But if you have your own carpenter too, it's very easy. You can guide them. This is how I want your house to be. I want, when your house is very wide, I want my woodwork to be high a little bit, and I want to use long span. And they told me that the pole line spacing of long span that I want to use, if I want to use 4.5, let me use 500 millimeter distance. Those are the things you tell the carpenter, and he will abide by you. He will give you a good quotation. Or you go to the selling point with him and buy some wood, then bring to the site and install a perfect woodwork for you. So let me now go to stone coated now. This is a stone coated. This is a woodwork of a stone coated. You can see the pole line spacing, the distance between the row. You can see it's very close. The distance between the row for the stone coated, that is what some people call Gerard, some people call it metro ties, but the real name is stone coated. So the distance between the stone coated is called 14 by quarter. That is the inches, 14 by quarter inch, or you call it 361.95 millimeter, or 14.25 inches. That is the distance between the pole line. You can see this woodwork now. It's a German roof, very high. You can see this one now. It can't cause any leakage in future. You must take a precaution, especially if you are using the stone coated. Let me show you an example of stone coated now. This is a stone coated. This is shingle. This house we did this house in Ibadan, somewhere in New Road, New Garage in Ibadan. You can see it. You can see it's very sharp. See, look at the woodwork. The woodwork is perfect. It's not too high. The cane post of the house is, but the house is sharp. It will flow out. It will flow down rain very easily. So there won't be any. So this is a stone coated. This is not aluminium product, and this is not long span. This is not step ties. This is not Metcopo. This is stone coated aluminium, and the brand name of this one, is called Shingle. Shingle black and white. So this shingle have black and white spots. This is another shingle. This one we did it in Arigidi Akoko. The client that owned this one is in Belgium. You can see it. This is another shingle. This person, when this house is renovated, He used long span. The woodwork was very low, and if something is giving a problem, it's leaking. So they have to remove the long span aluminium and make sure the woodwork go higher a little bit before we now go and take the measurement. We give quotation and give us the work we installed for him. So that is the house. So this is a typical woodwork of a aluminium long span. You can see the distance very wide. The distance very wide, like 500 millimeter. So this is another stone coated roofing material. This is called classic. This is the classic design, black classic. So the woodwork of this one is 14 by quarter. That is the inches. You can see this house now is shallow, is somehow high. So this one can never give you any problem in future. This is step ties aluminium. You can see this woodwork is over high. Over high is worrying this one at all. This one can never cause any leakage in future. So look at this one. This is the house we do in Ibadan for a client in US. The woodwork is not high, but the distance they do for the woodwork, that means the step ties fits very well. The distance is even like very close, like 400, and you use 0.55. So this one cannot cause any leakage. Because, so look at this house now. This house is long span. Actually, when this man do his woodwork and he called me to go and visit the site, I sent my engineer. So they take the measurement and they gave me the picture. I see that this woodwork is very low. If you use step ties aluminium here, it will be giving you problem in future, problem of leakage. So I now advise the client, you need to use long span because your woodwork is very low and the house is wide. So to avoid problem in future, to avoid calling me, please use aluminium long span. And this house is like 3 years now, no calling back that it's leaking. So thank you for some client that take heed. Some people, as soon as you give them an advice like this, they just run away from you and go and buy from another place or call another person. So I don't have problem with that. I'll just tell you this woodwork cannot work. So some people will do it, while some people will just change their mind. So this is aluminium step ties. Look at the woodwork. This is another. You can see this woodwork now. This woodwork is a woodwork of stone coated, and this house is very wide. Look at the woodwork is very low. So these are the type of woodwork that give problems. How can you be building a very wide house like this and you are because you want to cut down costs, you do woodwork? How can water flow easily here and you use stone coated? As soon as linear expansivity is being applied on the roof installed here, there will be a problem. So this is a black shingle. You can see this woodwork is very perfect and good. You can see the settings, very good. So this is an aluminium long span. So this one is just straight roof. This house is in somewhere in Yanopaja. So this one can never leak. You can see. So this is another step ties. When you see this house the woodwork is not too high, but the person used a very thick 0.55 step ties aluminium, and the pole line spacing is very perfect. So the house, since we have done it now, we have not had any problem. So this is a met copo. You can see the design of met copo. This house is done in Benin. You can see this house is a very high roof. You can see everything is high and the house is wide. Perfect. So this one can never have any leakage. The met copo fits very well and is very beautiful. For example, now some people will be doing woodwork of a long span, and the carpenter will give them quotation of this type. They will give them quotation of met copo and they'll just go and install it here. They are giving the owner problem. So this is aluminium step ties producing. This is stone coated. This is met copo, and this is stone coated. This one is called Melano design. So this is stone coated roofing ties. This is Roman design. You can see this one. This is Shingle done in Niger State. You can see the woodwork, very perfect. You can see. So this is classic. This one is perfect also. This is black and white shingle. All this one are stone coated. This is bond design, stone coated. You can see this house now. This house, the woodwork, you can see, even me looking at this one, you can see that the water will be having difficult to flow. This woodwork is a woodwork of stone coated. Well, when I go here, I give the man quotation. I didn't get the job, but I know that this woodwork is not perfect. This house is very wide and is doing a very low woodwork like this. So those are the things you need to know as soon as you are making your woodwork. You need to know the type of roofing tiles you want to use. Either you want to use stone coated, this is an example of stone coated, or you want to use long span, or you want to use long span aluminium. This is another stone coated. This is Roman design. This is long span aluminium, or you want to use this type of straight aluminium, the long span. Your woodwork can be flat, but the polar spacing should be good, so that if you are using 0.45 or 55, you can see this house is very sharp. This one is done in Ekiti State. So we are in Lagos, but we work all over Nigeria. Distance is not our barrier, depending on the client. If you are able to patronize us, you are able to pay for the transport, we move everywhere to work. So, and our work is perfect. If you look at the example of woodwork that my capital did for a client. So most of clients, they used to do their woodwork before they call us, but basically it's very good. Look at this woodwork now, very good for stone coated. You need to know some things. You need to know the type of roofing that you want to use, the design, the name, and if your house is very wide, make sure your woodwork is tall, is high, so that it will flow water easily. And you can call us anytime if you want to buy a quality non-oil based roof that will never give you problem in future, problem of rusting or problem of corrosion. You can any aluminium product that you want, or you want us to give you a tip how your woodwork can be done. You can call us on 081 69 49 8907. My name is Niyola. Thank you for watching.